Okay, today is Wednesday, May 6th, and our math lesson is finally going a little bit away from fractions for just a second. We'll tie it back in, but it's more equal sharing with division. So we are starting on page 249 of our math journal on lesson 712, number stories with pictures. And for this, you're going to need something to count, like pieces of Legos or marbles, or you might choose coins. So I grabbed some of Mare's Legos, and we're going to use those as our counters. So get your stuff together. You can pause it right now while I get ready. Okay, you guys can see I've got some Legos in a pile here. And over here we have our math journal, page 249. We're going to work through this using counters, and I'm using Legos as counters. So I went ahead and scanned through how much we might need. 8 for number 1. I need 15 for number 2, 12 for number 3, and 16 for number 4. So you'll need a total of 16 pieces, but we won't use them all in the same problem. So pause it right now if you need to get it. Otherwise, we can go on. We're going to underline what we know as we read it. Okay, so number 1. 2 people share a collection of 8 pennies equally. How many pennies does each person get? And the answer, blank pennies. Well, if you guys remember, my favorite thing to do is to give them one by one until they're all gone amongst the people. So how many people are we sharing with in number 1? Point to it where it shows how many people we're sharing with. If you pointed, let's see. Oh, 2. 2 people. I'm going to circle it. 2 people are going to share 8 pennies equally. So here's my number 1 person. And here's my number 2 person. 2 people. I'm going to give them one by one until they're all gone, my 8. So I'm going to count out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So here's my pile of 8. I'm going to put 1 for this person and 1 for this person until they're all gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many does each person get? How many do you see? I see 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. So how many does each person get? This answers it. 4 pennies. Each person gets 4 pennies. Now here's where the fraction stuff comes in. What fraction of the pennies in the collection does each person get? Well, I'm going to scooch this over here. And I want to draw it out so I have it here to look back. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They each got 4, which we already answered. But here's how we should write it. I'm going to put this on over here on this side. So I'm going to write each get. I'm going to write it, make it look like a fraction. The number that each get over the total. How many did we start with? We had 8. So look at that. The number each person gets goes on top. The total number that we had to begin with goes on bottom. So how many did this person get? I'll write it in blue. This person got 4. And how many were there altogether? There were 8 altogether. This person gets 4/8. What about this person? I'll do that one in pink. This person gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many total? There were 8. So each of the person gets 4/8. What is that equivalent to? Ooh, if I look at my fraction chart, page 229, let's look at what 4/8 is equal to. Oh, here's eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4/8 is equal to 2/4, but it's also 1/2. Each person gets half of the pennies, or Legos in my case. So the answer that you could write here could be 4/8 or 1/2 because they're the same. 4/8 or 1/2 because they're equal. We're going to do that for each of these step by step. Okay? So number 2 says 5 people share a collection of 15 pennies equally. How many pennies does each person get? Oh my, how many people do we have now? Okay, look, we have 5 people here. And they're sharing how much? They're sharing 15 pennies. I'm going to use my Legos as pennies. So I'm going to count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yay, there's my 15 pennies, Legos. So we're going to draw our 5 people, and I guess I'll spread them out. Here's my first person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people. We need to give these one by one until they are all gone. Then when they're all gone, we have to write how many pennies each person gets. I don't want to solve this for you. I want you to try and solve it. So, as a reminder, the number that each person gets goes on top when you do the fraction part, and the number that goes on the bottom is the total. So, I'm going to do that for you. How many total pennies were there? There are 15 pennies. That's going to be our bottom number. And then we are going to write down however many you come up with is going to be this top number. Okay? And it will look a little different when you write it because we haven't gotten into 15ths, but it's okay. So I want you to solve this one, guys. You can totally do it. One by one till they're all gone. All of these 15. For number 3, there are 12 eggs in a carton. After the carton is dropped, 7 of the eggs are cracked. Oh, I want to draw a picture for this one. I don't want to use that. I want to draw a picture. So let's see. Here's our eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 eggs in an egg carton. Uh-oh, it got dropped. 7 of them are cracked. So there were 12 eggs. Uh-oh, 7 of them cracked. Here's the crack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, 7 cracked. What fraction did not crack? I'll give you a hint. The bottom number is 12. The top number is how many did not crack. So you're going to finish number 2 and number 3 on your own. And number 4 is Julie and Amanda each have 8 pencils. 3/8 of Julie's pencils are blue. 5/8 of Amanda's pencils are blue. Who has more blue pencils? Draw a picture to show your thinking. It doesn't say what the other colors are, but it says they each have 8 pencils. 3/8 of Julie's are blue, 5/8 of Amanda's are blue. Who has more blue? Draw a picture to solve it. This looks intimidating, but it isn't. Just read and listen to what the fraction is. And it's not too scary because the bottom numbers are the same. So look at your numerator for what they have. That is what you're doing. You're finishing number 2 on your own, number 3 on your own, and you're doing number 4 completely on your own. On the back of this page, we have our math boxes. Math boxes are page 250. So turn the page, and you are doing multiplication for number 2, fractions on a number line here. Number 3, whoa, a 10-minute shower uses 190 liters of water. A 5-minute shower uses 95. How many liters of water can you save by taking a 5-minute shower instead of 10-minute shower? Are we adding, subtracting? I don't think we're multiplying, we're not dividing, so it's either addition or subtraction. Figure that one out. Complete the fraction number story. You have to read this all the way through. Margaret ate blank eighths of the pizza. Justin ate blank eighths of the pizza. Connor ate blank eighths of the pizza. Blank eighths of the pizza was left over. You can write it however you want. And explain for number 5 how you could use doubling or break apart strategy to solve 15 times 6. What strategy could you use? That's what it's asking you. So happy math adventuring, and I'll talk to you guys later.